got here some trans line, some fittings. Obviously got to throw them on. I'm going to do trans line. I've got a trans cooler. I'm going to mount that somewhere in there. It's got a fan on it. From the wire the fan up. This is something that everyone overlooks on a car build. Bolts. Hundreds of dollars in new nuts and bolts. You don't want to go using that old crap after you just get this car. You know, look at it. It's bloody gorgeous. Just get it all like this. You go in, you paint in here, you clean in here, you got brand new springs, brand new paint on your bonnet, and then you go and use those shitty old nuts and bolts that you pulled out of it. That's not me. So it's hundreds of dollars worth of stainless fixtures and that sort of thing. They didn't do these in stainless, so I'm gonna deal with them. Fuel pressure gauge, water pump. This is a Windsor blanking plate for a Davies Craig EWP150 remote water pump. So that bolts on. That's got multiple ways it can go on. Obviously there's an O-ring that goes in there, seals that. Then you just join your hose to your in and out to your radiator, and yeah, so we've got that. I've got exhaust parts. I bought pretty much everything we need. I've got a pair of mufflers tucked away for this thing, glass packed 3-inch mufflers that we're going to tuck in at the back here. Maybe something in the middle. I might go see Gonzo at Gatton and see if I can pick up a pair of Gonzos. If I can get Gonzos, I might tuck them at the back and put 2 little resonators in the middle, but we'll work that out on the weekend. Got these heavy duty hangers. These things are awesome. Swear by them. Got to use them. Flanges. Everybody forgets flanges and gaskets. Once again, bolts. Brand new bolts for that. But today our focus is water pump. I'm going to get the water pump bolted, or get the plate bolted on. Figure out where I'm going to mount this. I do have to get an adapter to go up to a Ford size or our Cortina size radiator. Sorry about that. Which I do have in now. So obviously it's going to feed down into that bottom one there. So I'm going to have to get an adapter to go to that size hose, but the top size hose will just be 38mm. And then this top hose here, I got to get a water neck and a thermostat housing, or whatever they want to call it, thermostat housing for that, and a thermostat. And you must drill some holes in it, because I'm going to have this bad boy here running full steam all the time. You got to drill some holes in it so it has a relief. So they recommend 3 1/8 holes, so that it just doesn't just sit there putting all the pressure on it. So get a thermostat, bolt that on, do that. I'll run you through it as I do it. Mount it all up, get it all looking pretty. But this is our engine bay so far. Like I said, we've got a radiator, just got to move some holes and mount that. Put the carb on, got to get a smaller air filter. That's the underside of my bonnet. We went and did some stone guard on all the insert bit there, just to strengthen it up, because that cowl is fiberglass, but it come out real nice, come out real slick. We sealed all the edges. It's got sealing around all the edges there. Hang on a sec. We're back. Yeah, sorry, I just had to put the blanket back on so I don't scratch anything. But that's our bonnet. I'm pretty happy with that. It come up, you can't even tell. Looks like a full steel bonnet. Come up real schmick. And it fits. Cortina bonnets are pretty junk with their fitting. This one here fits pretty good. Same with the boot. If you might remember, this was all cut out. We had to do the rust in that section. We had to do some rust here, and we had to do this rust up here. But that was all cut out, and the bloke who cut it out, he's cut both corners out, and this parcel tray was just hanging. It was just sitting there slopping, so we had to brace it and try and get the card as square as possible, and obviously it's a little bit out, but you got to really look to find it. But as far as the boot goes, the gap, everything, nice. So I put all that on last night. Once again, new stainless bolts in the lock mechanism. I just got to find the lock. But yeah, today we're going to do water pump, and I'll update you as I do it. Right, so this is the plate they give you. These are the bolts. There's a gasket in there with some non-hardening gasket cement. I mucked up. I thought these all went into the timing cover, but they go through the timing cover into the block, so I've got to go get 3 more bolts. I had one laying around, so 3 more of them, and I've measured up exactly where this is going to sit. Just got to make a mounting bracket. This is your out, and that's your feed on the top there, in the front of the turbo looking fucking thing. So obviously I need to get some hose, mount this pretty much into there somewhere, and then run the elbow down and straight into there, into the inlet. Make a mounting bracket for this. They give you 6 little things to mount it off. Mount it down to the chassis rail there, and wire it in, and then that's how we do that. But I'll come back to you once that's mounted, and once I get my bolts and bolt my elbow on and get my radiator hose for that. Alrighty, so like I said, we got that plate bolted on. Went out and grabbed the hose that I needed. I shortened it. That's a 2-inch. No, that's a 1 3/4 down to 1.5. 45mm down to 38mm. Shortened it up, clamped it on. Now I just plumb my water pump there and up to there. I'll do that and I'll get back to you. Right, so that's the EWP150. That is a BA or AU, maybe EL, top rad hose that I've just shortened down here. It was the right size, right bend. I was going to try and get it straight, but we've got the pulley system for the alternator we haven't dealt with yet, and we've got a fan. I've got to put a fan on, so yeah, I'm going to go with that right angle jobby there. That's obviously, you don't need to mount these with anything. They use that to mount, obviously, because it's, you know, it's pretty sturdy. It's only a water pump's not going to go anywhere. And yeah, just the plug. I'm going to finish up some wiring, tuck it away in there somewhere, I guess. And once I get these bolts, I'll finish this plate. But yeah, that's how it is. Bolt the elbow on there straight, 90-degree bend straight down into there. I've got to tighten these hose pins, I've got to pull this off to get this bolt back in, so just thought I'd update that and leave that at that. Next up, we're going to tack the shifter.